Hi, I'd like to introduce you to Creeder's new UVC Sanitation Chamber. I'm going to go over the key features of the machine, the operation of the machine, and the switches. Also the installation of the machine. We'll start with the installation of the machine. Once you get it out of the box, you're going to want to find a nice sturdy table to place it on. It's approximately 70 pounds, so you want to make sure it's a nice sturdy table you're placing it on. You need a 15 amp outlet. The machine pulls about 2.5 amps, which is a low amp draw, and it's just a standard 15 amp outlet. So I'm going to start. You always want to make sure your switch is off. Go ahead and plug in the machine to the outlet. Next thing I'm going to do is go over the switches. So the first thing you have is your main power switch. You're going to turn that on. It powers everything up on the machine. And you can see the little LCD display. That reads out the time and then also counts down the time for each cycle. You have the carousel button, so that's to advance the carousel. So you can place different items on there in different positions. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and open the door, and you can see you have this side, and just in case I needed to place something on the other side, I can advance it. And then you have your 4 switches. You have your time cycle 1 minute, you have your time cycle for 2 minutes, you have your time cycle for 3 minutes, and your time cycle for 5 minutes. So what happens is when you press the 1 minute, it's going to start sanitizing for 1 minute, and then it's going to run an additional minute filtration time. So if I press the 2 minutes, it's going to be 2 minutes of sanitation time, and then 2 more minutes of filtration time. So again, when I press the 1, it's going to actually read 2 minutes. When I press the 2 minutes, it's going to read 4 minutes, and same for the 3 and 5 minutes, it just doubles. I'm going to go over the rack then. You have different racks for different items. This one here is for your phone or a small tablet. And I'm going to go ahead and place my phone in there. You can place it standing up, you can lay it down, or you can put your tablet across there. So I'll leave that one in there. I'm going to go ahead and advance it. I'm going to put you can put your safety glasses in there. It has a little rack. It's on this side. Go. And you can put multiple glasses on there. And it also has a rack for, say, your pens or different items that would fit on here. So I'm going to go ahead and place actually it's a marker. And again, you can place different items like keys, badges, stuff like that. There's also special bags that you can place in there, and you can clip onto these rods. They have to be special bags, so please contact us and we can let you know exactly what type of bags to use. You can't just use a regular sandwich bag or something like that, because it won't allow the UVC light to penetrate through there properly. I'm going to go ahead and run a cycle. Again, the door has to be closed when you're operating it. If for whatever reason you open the door while the lights are on, and I'm going to do that real quick just so you can see. You see the UVC lights came on, and everything's shut off. So it won't just restart when you shut the door, you have to restart it. So now that it's running for the 1 minute, the UVC sanitation portion of it is going to start working. In the meantime, I'm going to talk about the labels that are on there. There's a lot of safety labels. Please read those labels and instructions. Make sure you follow them. The machine is also UL approved, so it has a UL label that's on the side of the machine. And we also provide you 2 other things with it. We give you a manual. Please read the manual. Everything that I'm going over is in this manual, plus a lot more. So please read the manual. We also are going to provide you with some UVC strips. And these little strips actually tell you that the intensity of the the lamps themselves to make sure that they are working properly. Over time, the UVC lamps could start getting a little bit weaker, and it'll probably be over a year. There's, I believe, 8,000 hours on the lamps, the life of them. It'll actually be a warning. It'll tell you when it's getting close to the life of the lamps, and once it reaches that life, it'll actually shut down, and you would have to change the lamps and then reset the control. It's just running through the filtration at this point. On these UVC labels, if you look at the manual on page 10, and I'm just going to show you real quick, and there's actually 550 little labels in there. When you start out, the labels are going to be yellow. When you run it, you know that it's working when that label turns green. So that ensures you that the machine is working properly. So you can see the time ran out, it's on 0, and you're ready to start your new cycle. Also on page 9, and I'm just kind of giving you a close-up, it shows you different articles that you would place inside there, and it shows you the time, or approximate time. If you're not sure, always place it on a little bit higher time to ensure that you're properly sanitizing whatever article or item you've placed in there. So that would be on page 9. We just wanted to say thank you for taking the time on watching our video on our new UVC sanitation chamber. If you have any questions, you can give us a call at 847-616-6900. Thank you guys for everything you do, and please be safe.